Welcome and thank you for joining us today.
We're Derps and Burps, the podcast for all gamers, spiritual souls, and creative minds out there.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our podcast today. 6th episode, as usual. Your feedback from the last week, insane. Thank you so much for that. We had 2 juicy episodes now, Stefie, right? In a row. Like one that was kind of juicy, but got also deep with like relationships and stuff, right? And then the last one got really juicy.
This is the tea. This was the tea.
Exactly. So at this point when we're recording, we haven't heard the podcast for the 5th episode yet. But we're sure you're gonna like that one especially. And yeah, so we thought we had 2 spicy episodes in a row. Before that, we had a lot of deep talk as well. So today we thought we're gonna keep it a little bit lighter, but also make something fun. And Steffi and me, we thought about starting to do like some fun quizzes or tests on this podcast for you to kind of find out, you know, learn more about us and us also giving you a little bit more of our personalities, of our life, of our preferences, of funny things. So today we start with something a little bit neutral, I would say, which is basically a personality test. If you don't know, there's 16 different personality categories, I think I would say, right? So we're gonna today dedicate this episode to Steffi. So we're gonna find out more about Steffi's personality. That is why this episode is called Deep Dive into Steffi's Personality. We're gonna take this test live. Steffi did that test already last year, and I did mine last year as well. So we know already what we are, but we're gonna do it live again for you. But before we dive into this episode, we want to thank our listener of the week, which is Bianca on Instagram. Instagram, da kommt der deutsche Dialekt raus.
Instagram.
Sorry. Instagram, yeah, obviously. So Steffi is gonna read out the listener of the week, Bianca, and her message that she sent us on Instagram.
Yeah. Okay, let's go. Hey, Queens. Congrats to your amazing podcast. It's such a joy to listening to your deep thoughts, guys. I can see myself in you. I had tears in my eyes when I heard episode 3. So I wanted to say thank you. Really looking forward to the next episodes. You rock, girls. Have a nice day. By the way, I love lurking in your streams. First of all, Bianca, thank you so much. She sent that to us on Instagram to our Derps and Burps account. And I was reading that. And I screenshotted it and immediately sent it to Julia. And I was like, oh my God, it's so cute. Everyone is so nice. I was so I feel so happy and flattered whenever I see people being happy about what we do here with the podcast. And I just wanted to say thank you as well, guys. It's not only you making us feel happy, but us making you maybe a bit happier as well sometimes. So I'm very thankful for that. I'm really enjoying that, and I'm really enjoying the whole thing we're doing here with the podcast. And thank you for lurking, Bianca. Thank you for lurking in my and Julia's stream.
Yeah, I obviously appreciate it as well. Thank you so much. And we're getting really Steffi and me, every week we send each other screenshots of some people from each other's stream that take the time out of the day to send us DMs on the Derps and Burps website, Instagram post, or under the YouTube videos. Your feedback is really so amazing, and we're super thankful for that. Also, a little disclaimer for today's episode. So as you already know, we are available on a lot of platforms with our podcast, but we would highly recommend you to have a little visual as well, to maybe watch this episode on YouTube if you have the chance. If not, obviously we're gonna make it that way that it's also gonna be enjoyable on Spotify or in whatever audio platform you prefer. But we're gonna show this free test. It's from 16 Personalities. This is not sponsored. This is just the website that Steffi and me love to take those tests. And yeah, you're gonna be able to see live the screen while we take it, and you're gonna see the visuals of the results and so on. The whole website is made in a really cool visual way, so we wanted to share this as well. But anyway, we're gonna go in right now, and I also wanted to say a little bit sorry In case that my voice is giving out and if I'm like doing the little clearing my throat thing, but I already streamed for 8 hours today, so my voice is sadly a little bit
Julia talked a lot and screamed a lot already, guys.
Yep. So, today Horizon came out.
Forgive us.
Forbidden West. Such a good game. You need to play it, Stefie, by the way. So yeah,
but I haven't even played the first one, by the way.
You haven't? Oh my god, you need to. You will love it. You will love it. Like I can family share my Steam account with you, then you don't have to buy it. You can play it on Steam. The first one. The first one is on Steam. Yeah. It's always like an exclusive on PlayStation usually.
Yeah, we have it for PS4.
Exactly. So the new part is only for PlayStation, so 4 and 5 right now. But the first one got released, I think, last year also on PC. So I also have to say I'm really late. I only played it last year on the PC as well. And I completely fell in love with the story, with the world. Like, it's so beautiful. And I think you especially would enjoy it because, like, it's a mix of being, like, spiritual and, like a spiritual world mixed with, like, a lot of modern elements, robots and stuff. So I think that kind of stuff you would really like it. But yeah, anyway. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Let
me just add that real quick. I was unsure. I'm sorry, guys, that we talk about games now. In the beginning, I was just unsure. I'm still unsure about the game because I don't really like having robots in the sense of like animals and stuff. So I never really got hooked onto the game with that. Okay. But we have it anyways, so I might as well just try it out.
The story is really, really
beautiful. Yeah.
It's like kind of this.
That's what I've heard.
This paradox about that. Oh, sorry, my dog is sneezing next to me. Oh,
hello, Mira.
Sorry. So what was I saying? It was a little bit of the paradox, of when technology goes too far, if it could be damaging to us. So it plays around
too far from me.
Exactly. So it plays a little bit into this hand. So if you haven't played Horizon yet, doesn't matter if it's Zero Dawn, which is the first part, or Forbidden West that just came out on this day when we recorded this episode. Oh my god! Today's gonna be a tough one. Today's gonna be a tough one for me talking. Then you should play it. But anyway, we're gonna find out more about Stefie while we do this test. I'm gonna ask her the questions. She's gonna tell me what to answer. She's gonna fill out the questions at the same time. So she sees it visually as well. And if there's questions that I think are worth talking about in depth, or if Stefie has the feeling that she wants to explain her answer for this specific question, we're gonna do this. So this test usually takes between 10 to 15 minutes. But obviously, since we're gonna talk about details, it's probably gonna be a little bit longer. So let's get right into it. So the first question of this test is: you regularly make new friends. And just for the audio people, the way you answer those questions, it is basically on a spectrum from it's always agree or disagree, and there's from strongly agree to strongly disagree, with each 2 steps in between, in the middle a neutral answer that you can choose as well. So if you're gonna hear Stefie say strongly agree, or kinda agree, then neutral is obviously an option as well, and disagree and strongly disagree. Those are the answers that Stefie can give. And yeah, first question: you are regularly making new friends.
Define friends. Like, I regularly make new, not acquaintances, but I face or get to know new people due to streaming, right? So friends to me mean friends, like friends you talk more about everything. If we consider that, I would say neutral, because I'm not making a new friend every single day. But if we talk about streaming, I'd say, you know what? I'd say kinda agree.
Kinda agree? Okay, yeah, I would say so. Like, you every now and then, you have some people that you have in your environment, and regularly. I think as a streamer, you have so much contact to many people, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's probably more regular than other people. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So next question. You spend a lot of your free time exploring various random topics that pique your interests.
Yeah, strongly agree.
Strongly agree. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Seeing other people cry can easily make you feel like you want to cry too.
Strongly agree.
We have a little empath here. I see. Then you often make a backup plan for
Never.
a backup plan.
Never.
See, that's where Steffi and me drift
never.
apart.
Never.
So strongly disagree, correct?
Strongly disagree. Yes,
Okay,
I have never had a backup plan for a backup plan.
Steffi is living in the moment.
Never.
And that's like I love this about Steffi. Like we literally had a talk about it this week. Like we spent like a few days today this week together. She came and visited me at my place, and Jess, our friend, was here as well, that is editing the videos for us. And we actually had that for me, I need to have my day structured and planned, preferably up to detail of like 5 minutes each day. And Steph is like, I just want to be spontaneous, I'm just going with the flow. So this is where Steffi and me have very different personalities. Okay, next question. You usually stay calm even under a lot of pressure.
It depends. Like, I can think clear because I work the best under high pressure. So I'm the most productive under high pressure, but I don't stay calm. Like, I'd say disagree.
Okay.
Or kind of disagree. Kind of disagree is the closest to neutral, right? Let's say neutral. Because
Neutral?
I'm neither nor. Yeah.
Okay. At social events, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know.
Depends on if there's some people that I'm interested in. I'd say you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people. Neutral.
Neutral?
Yeah.
Okay.
Depends on the situation.
Okay, then we're going to the second part. We're 10% down of the test already. You prefer to completely finish one project before starting another one.
Kind of disagree.
Kind of disagree? Yeah. Okay.
Next one is a good one.
You are very sentimental.
I am very sentimental. Yes,
So
I strongly agree. Yes.
Yes. You like to use organizing tools like schedules and lists.
That's the funny thing, guys. I literally have, like, you see that for the people on YouTube, I have like 1, 2, 3, and here in the back is a 4th notebook. I have notebooks and journals like for every single project or like thing we do, right? So derps and burps, one for my streaming, one for my private stuff. So I love writing down everything. And I have to say, I started only this year again to do that regularly because I kinda got lazy with that thing, like writing down the things I have to do, even though it's just like to do stuff in the apartment or doing groceries, laundry, etc., and work stuff. So I started doing this again, and I find myself enjoying it so much that I realized I got more like structure again in my life, and I get more stuff done again. Also, I forget so much. Like, I forget everything so fast that I have to write down every single
because you're turning
little
30,
thing.
Steffi. Welcome.
Nah, it's just because I'm dumb. I forget everything if I don't write it down because I have so many things going on in my head sometimes. So you like to use organizing tools. I really like it. I always loved it. I'm still a spontaneous person, but I really like using like lists, at least. Schedules, I'm not good with schedules, but I'm good with lists. So I would say agree.
Agree? Okay. Then the next one. Even a small mistake can cause you to doubt your overall abilities and knowledge.
No. Strongly disagree.
Okay. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone and find interest and striking up a conversation. Sorry. I just want to say for the people listening, I am dyslexic. Okay. No joke. I'm really, really dyslexic and I'm having really big troubles. I'm trying to focus, but my reading. So I'm let
You're
me
doing
read it
good,
out
honey
again.
boo.
Sorry.
You're doing good.
You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. There we go.
Agree. Yeah, agree.
Agree? Okay.
Mhm.
The next
Pardon
one.
me.
You're not too interested in discussing various interpretations and analyses of creative works.
Strongly disagree because I'm very interested in that.
Okay. Then 20%
Is that a trick
down.
question, guys? It's like you are not too interested, so I disagree, right? Because I am interested. Yeah.
Exactly.
These fucking multiple choice tests.
They
PTSD University.
try to get into your head.
Yeah.
You're more inclined to follow your head than your heart.
Strongly disagree.
Okay.
I always follow my heart.
Oh. You usually prefer just doing what you feel like at any given moment instead of planning a particular daily routine. I think
Is that
I can
a strongly disagree?
What?
Or an agree? Is that a strongly or an agree? Because I usually prefer yes. I strongly agree. Yeah.
You strongly agree. Yeah, just wanted to say, what do you mean disagree? Hello?
No. I strongly agree.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to say, how is that even a question, Stefie? How's that? I could have answered that for you. You rarely worry about whether you make a good impression on people you meet. Ooh, that's an interesting one.
I agree.
Okay.
Sometimes I worry about, but I mostly don't.
Okay. So you're really confident in the person you are, and you don't really.
I don't really. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care if someone likes me or not. If you don't like me, you must have your reasons, and it's fine because we don't have to become best friends.
And I mean, if people don't like you for the person you are, then you don't need them around anyway, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No. Okay. You enjoy participating in group activities.
Yeah, I really do like this. So I'd say sometimes I like to be alone as well. I'd say agree.
Agree? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You like books and movies that make you come up with your own interpretation of the ending.
Kinda. No, disagree.
You disagree?
I disagree.
Or
yeah.
kinda disagree? Disagree or kinda disagree? What do?
Kinda disagree. It drives me nuts if I don't know the ending. Like, that's why you know what I do with books, guys? When there's like a new series coming out of any, like a new book series coming out of any story, I hate starting with the first book and then knowing that I can't continue just drives me crazy. So I rather wait till the whole series is out and finished instead of starting with the book already and then waiting for the next ones. I've done that with mangas, which is okay because there's a lot of visual and it's just like not much to read, right? And also with Star Wars stuff because I cannot wait until everything's out. But other than that, I prefer having the whole package out and then start. So I would say I kind of disagree because I disagree. It's not kind of.
Now I already clicked disagree. Oh, I can change it. I can change it.
Yeah,
okay. So disagree. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, disagree.
Okay, that's actually really interesting. I didn't know that about you. I thought I honestly thought about you that you like to have your own fantasies or like your own version of the ending. Like I thought because you're so creative, that you like to make up your own interpretation, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but now when it comes to other stories with like cool movies I prefer having the end the writer like wanted it to be. For example, with Shutter Island, right? It's
yeah. Oh, I love it.
Or Inception. It's you can the cool thing about this. Yeah, the cool thing about this, you have nice like conversations with people, right? And their point of views and like why they think it's different than your theory and everything. But somehow, like, it's cool to have this open thing, so it's like a lot of space for your creativity. But when I watch a movie or read a book, I prefer just getting entertained. And I do not want to think too much about how it could potentially end, because it's not the story I came up in the first place with.
Mm-hmm.
So someone else created this whole world, this whole story in their mind and in their head and wrote it down or made the movie about it. So I kind of want to have the ending. So yeah.
Okay. Then the next one. Your happiness comes more from helping other accomplish things than your own accomplishments.
Both makes me the same. Both makes me, how to say that?
Makes you
Both
happy
makes
in
me
the same
happy. Yeah, in the same way. Like
So
equally.
neutral?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm neutral.
Okay. 30% down. You're interested in so many things that you find it difficult to choose what to try next.
Yeah. Yeah. I strongly agree.
Okay. You're prone to worrying that things will take a turn for the worst. Or for the worst, sorry.
Can you what does that mean exactly?
That means
You're
that you usually think always the worst thing that will happen. So you're like a negative
No.
Nancy.
No. I disagree.
Okay. Then you avoid leadership roles in group settings.
No. I'd say disagree.
Disagree. Okay. You're definitely not an artistic type of person.
Strongly disagree.
Exactly. You think the world would be a better place if people relied more on rationality and less on their feelings.
We need rationality, but you need to learn to listen to your body as well and everything around you. So I would say I disagree. I do not strongly disagree. You think the world would be a better place if we relied more on rationality? No. Unless I strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You prefer to do your chores before allowing yourself to relax.
Yeah. Like, I cannot relax if I know everything I wanted to do is not done yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to get my list like ticked off, most of the things done I could do, and then I can for example, hop into a game and relax, because then I do not have all these things in my head anymore. So I agree.
Okay.
I prefer that. I agree. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then you enjoy watching people argue.
Depends on the setting, guys. When it comes to games, sometimes I jump in, but in real life,
It's just about watching, though. It's not about joining in. It's just like, do you enjoy watching other people argue? It's not about joining
I don't care. Like, I don't care. If you argue, what does that have to do with me?
So what do you mean? Do you
no.
mean then like you disagree? You strongly disagree, or is it like you're neutral and you sometimes do, sometimes you don't? Like you don't really enjoy it. You're neutral. You don't care.
I'm not enjoying it. No, I'm not enjoying it.
So you
strongly
disagree? Strongly
Yeah.
disagree? Okay. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself.
I do not try to get it, but I also do not try to avoid it. So I'm neutral, I'd say.
Okay. That's interesting.
Or
thinking that you're a streamer, you know?
You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
so that means you try to stay in the background, basically.
That's the funny thing, right? When it comes to I do not have a problem and or anything in front of the camera, but I also love being behind it because I love taking pictures. Like,
yeah, but it's more about social settings, I guess, that question. You know what I mean?
You tend to avoid drawing attention to yourself. No, I do not tend to avoid. But
yeah, that's what I mean.
What would you say, Julia?
I mean, it's your test. Or
I
you
know,
mean what
but
do I say about you?
yeah,
Like what?
because I don't know. I cannot really put myself into. Hmm.
I would disagree. I don't think you would ever like try to hide. You know when like
No. I'm not trying to hide. No, that's yeah. I'm just going I'm going too deep with the questions all the time.
yeah, probably.
So okay, so strongly
Disagree?
disagree then.
Strongly disagree?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Your mood can change very quickly.
Ja, sometimes.
Ja, ja, du
du, manchmal, gell, da fährt's mir aus. Na, your mood can change very quickly. I kinda agree.
Kinda agree? Okay.
Mhm.
You lose patience with people who are not as efficient as you.
I yeah, kinda. Yeah, I kinda agree because like I learned that again to be patient with people
Mhm.
because you cannot accept everyone to be on this. For example, in video games, you cannot expect everyone to be on the same level as you. So
Mhm.
especially with MMOs, like MMOs taught me to have patience again with people. If I play League, I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? And then in MMOs, I'm like, no, it's okay. Even if you fucked up the 10th time, we get there.
Oh
So
my god.
I think I lose patience. I kinda agree. Yeah, I can though. I
You
kinda
kinda?
agree, Julie.
Okay, you
Yeah, I
kinda.
kinda
Okay, okay,
agree.
okay, okay. You often end up doing things at the last possible moment, Steffi.
I agree. Not all the time, but
I mean, you said you
often.
you work really well under pressure, right? So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. You have always been fascinated by the question of what, if anything, happens after death.
Yes, I strongly agree.
Okay. Okay, we're halfway there. Let's
Mm.
go. You usually prefer to be around others rather than being on your own.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Not strongly agree, but I agree. Yes, because I like me time as well, but I really like having company.
Mm-hmm. Okay, perfect. You become bored or lose interest when the discussion gets highly theoretical.
Yes. Yes.
So
I
you agree?
agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very different from yours.
Yes, because I'm interested in different views of life, like
Mm-hmm.
to life and everything. So, you find it easy to empathize with a person whose experiences are very. Sorry that I'm rereading sometimes,
Yeah,
guys.
it's fine.
I hope that's not
I mean,
too annoying.
those questions are kind of deep, right? And I think,
Yeah.
especially for the people listening as well, I think it's not really a big problem for you to reread
Mhm.
it. So, like,
Very different
you're
from me.
easy to
I
feel the way other people do when they tell you a story. Like, you can relate to, even if you're not in that
um
situation.
I would say I agree.
Okay.
Mhm.
You usually postpone finalizing decisions for as long as possible.
Finalizing decisions. I kind now when it comes to decisions, I kind of want to make them quick.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of agree.
But you
I'm
kind
strong.
of agree.
You usually postpone. Oh, I kind of disagree. It's
Kind
then
of
right.
disagree. Okay.
See
Yeah.
those trick questions.
okay.
Kind of disagree.
Okay. Perfect. You rarely second guess the choices that you've made.
Barely ever do that, so I
Oh.
strongly agree.
Okay. That's so strongly agree, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
that is really interesting for me. That's cool. I wish I had
yeah.
that. I wish I
It's
could say the
like
same.
my mom always said, "What happened happened. You can't change it. Well, why would you worry about what happened? Like you cannot change it anyway. So do not waste more energy, like more energy to it.
Mm.
Don't waste more energy. Um, and learn from it. Move on. So yeah.
Hmm. Perfect. After a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need.
Some Kind of. Sometimes, yes. Sometimes I need the hardware reset, and then I need some like a little party, Um, so I would say because it depends on. I would say kind of agree actually. I'm so weird, guys.
Kinda agree.
I feel like yeah, because it it can be so good if you then just have like a good party with friends,
Mhm,
but also sometimes you just need to rest, you know.
mhm.
So after a long and exhausting week, a lively social event is just what you need. I would say I kinda agree
Okay.
because it's very like situational
Yeah, of course,
for
of
me.
course, of course. Okay. An interesting question. You enjoy going to art museums?
I do. I was
Mhm,
in art school before. I love everything about Egypt. I love certain like artists still. So if there is a an exhibition like near me, for example, last year Max and I went to the Steve McCurry
mhm.
exhibition, which was a pretty cool one. Um I I kind of agree.
Okay, kinda agree.
Yeah.
Then you often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings.
No. I disagree.
You disagree? Okay. You like to have a to-do list for each day.
Kind of agree. No, I'm neutral. I'm neutral. Or
Neutral?
like with the new stuff, I really like doing this, so I would say kind of agree. Like new
Kinda agree?
Steffi kind of agrees. Yeah.
New Steffi likes it. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Also, I have to add something to the question above. Like the you often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings, even though guys, like zodiac signs, right? I'm a Scorpio and Scorpios are like always right, right? We're or I can be very stubborn sometimes, but that doesn't mean I think of like what you said. It's just in the moment. And there was that one quote that said like Scorpios be like, um, if you had a fight with them, they just think, yeah, I'm just sorry that you didn't understand why I got mad, so I forgive you. So like I do understand like other people's feelings, but sometimes I'm just a stubborn bitch. That's all. Yeah.
So you're an empathetic Scorpio that does
Yeah.
exist. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting, interesting. Oh, now
I
comes the
think so.
spicy question. You rarely feel insecure.
I agree.
You agree? Okay.
Mhm.
You avoid making phone calls?
No, I disagree.
Disagree? Okay. You often spend a lot of time trying to understand views that are very different from your own.
Yes.
You agree?
I I strongly agree. I agree.
Okay. 70% done. In your social cycle, you are often the one who contacts your friends and initiates activities.
Has become less.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say I'm pretty neutral when no, I'm not. Contacts your friends and initiates activities. I barely ever initiate activities. I'm like, nah, I no. I should say I strongly disagree, which is weird because I like having company, but I barely
You're not the
ever.
one making the plans. You're the one that wants to be invited and being asked
I
out.
was nah, not at all. Like I'm not sad or mad if someone doesn't ask me to do something. I was like back in the days when I was younger, I was the organizing like element of my friend circle, but
Mm-hmm.
that kind of got less over the years. So now, for example, in our friends group, it's I never actually ask if we
Mm-hmm.
do something.
Okay.
No, no.
Okay. Interesting. So, if your plans are interrupted, your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible.
Mm, Let me come up with a situation so can I can answer that. my plans are interrupted, and my top priority is then to get back on track as soon as possible. I would say I agree
Okay.
because
Let's say I cancel on you, right? Let's say we have a full day planned, going shopping, everything. I'm coming to Graz. You have the whole day planned with me, right? And then last second in the morning, I write you like, oh, Steffi, you know what? I'm sick. I can't come. What is like your first thing? Is you're like, okay, so I'm just gonna chill and see whatever happens, or are you like, oh yeah, okay, so I'm gonna be productive and I'm gonna do groceries and I'm gonna clean the apartment and then I'm gonna do a spontaneous stream at night or something? Or
that is also situational. If you like, if I have a lot to do, for example, in this week, I go back to the stuff because then it's a good thing actually. In like sounds bad right now, but I can get my stuff done. So it happened for like it
listen, we
happened
all sometimes just hope, like we're
sometimes.
anticipating that plans are getting
consequence.
canceled sometimes. Don't you know the memes like,
Yeah.
oh, so sad, I have to stay home now and watch Netflix and like hang out with my
Yeah.
dog, you know?
So I
don't
would
feel
say your top priority is to get back on track as soon as possible. That's a tough question for me. I don't know why. If you tell me you're sick, I'm like, okay, get well soon. And then I basically no, I'm neutral to this, I'd say.
Neutral? Okay.
Because yeah.
Okay.
Depends on the situation then, if I have a lot
Yeah,
to
of
do
course.
or not.
I mean, to be honest, like some of those questions are really hard the way they're phrased, because especially if you don't have an
Yeah.
example for it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the next one. Oh, this one is good as well. You're still bothered by mistakes that you made a long time ago. I think I know the answer.
No.
Okay.
There's maybe if even 2 things in my life I still think of my past, and everything else is I either forgot it because it's like,
You're
I'm constantly
Scorpio.
clearing
You
my
don't
cash,
make
guys.
mistakes. Hello? You're
First
Scorpio.
of
No
all,
mistakes, mate.
first of all, that I do not make any mistakes. Second, my brain's like a PC. Like I'm constantly clearing out my cache. So everything that is not needed anymore gets deleted. Sometimes there's also things that shouldn't get deleted in between, but yeah. So I would say you're still bothered. By mistakes that you made a long time ago. I would say I strongly disagree.
Strongly disagree?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You rarely contemplate the reason for human existence or the meaning of life.
Can you rephrase that for me?
Like, do you often think about, like, you rarely think about, like, the whole what's the meaning of life thing? Or I feel like you're a person that does that, no? Don't you think about that often?
Yes, I do. That's the only time when I do what if. Like when I do like go through scenarios in my head, like what if only planet, are we the only planet, blah blah blah. Human existence, meaning of life. Not so much, but human existence, yes. So I would say agree.
Wait, but it's you rarely
No,
contemplate.
disagree. Sorry.
Yeah, the question is so you
Multiple choice.
You
I
disagree?
disagree.
You disagree.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do that often.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your emotions control you more than you control them.
Sometimes yes, in video games. No, my emotions control me a lot, yes, but I can come back. Like I let them come, and then after acknowledging
They
I
come like waves, right?
and I also do not want to control my emotions, because if I cry, there's a reason, right? So I let it happen, and then be fully aware of it, so I can control it again and understand why I'm doing this. So I would say your emotions control you more than you control them. I would say no. Or neutral? No, I feel so paradox right now because this is always it depends so much on situations. I don't know. It's so situational for me with
Yeah,
everything.
of course.
I would be neutral to this because it depends. Let's be
Sometimes
neutral.
they do, sometimes they don't. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
neutral.
Let's be neutral.
You take great care not to make people look bad, even when it's completely their fault.
Tough. I will always defend my friends and my family, no matter like what they did.
hmm
So
But that's just overall. This is not like specific
you
friends or anything. Just like in a social neutral setting.
great care not to make people look bad, even when it is completely their fault.
I mean, think like it's different. Like obviously, like in video games, you're gonna make them look bad for sure.
Also, like if I don't know if something in a restaurant, if I think of a restaurant, for example, or just
Yeah, but yeah. It's just like you can think about restaurants, you can think about friends, gaming and stuff, but it's more like really just like overall, right? Like in general, like you can't really just make, you know what I mean?
well, am I neutral to this? I think I do not care if I have, for example, I do
Mhm.
not care if I have an argument on the street with someone and like this person looks bad then or I look bad then.
Mhm.
So it's more like a kind of disagree
Kind of disagree.
because
Okay.
I do not take care then. I take care of my friends and everything, yeah. But in a
Mm.
as you said, like in a general setting, um, even when it is completely there, you take great care not to make people look bad. It sounds so reckless. Like the question sounds so reckless.
I mean, like you have to think about. So again, the question is, you take great care to not make people look bad, even when it's completely their fault. So like they fuck up real bad, and you still make them feel good about it, kind of,
No,
or make them,
no. If no,
or
then
not make
no.
them feel good about it, but don't make them feel bad about it. It's obviously like depending, but
Yeah.
if they fuck up, then
Nah. Actually, I argue with people at the supermarket as well if they're dicks. So I would say I strongly disagree.
strongly
Cause
disagree. Okay,
cause I do say something, no matter like how the outcome is. Then.
okay, sure.
Mhm.
Do I lock it in? Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
Next page, 80% done. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than organized and consistent
Yeah,
efforts.
I strongly agree.
When somebody thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it will take for them to feel disappointed in you.
I disagree.
Okay. You would love a job that requires you to work alone most of the time.
No.
So you disagree?
I love working together with
Mm-hmm.
people as well. As
What we're
much as
doing
I
right
love,
now.
yeah, exactly. So I would say I disagree.
Okay. You believe that pondering abstract philosophical questions is a waste of time.
No.
I mean, we talk
I
about stuff like that often.
Yes. So I would say strongly disagree because
Strongly
we're
disagree?
very like spiritual as well,
Yeah,
and this is
yeah.
like kind of in the same pot, right?
Yeah, exactly. You feel more drawn to places with busy, bustling atmospheres than quiet, intimate places.
No, and that's the funny thing again. I'm so 50-50, and that's what I hate. This is why my life is so hard for me sometimes because I'm super like sometimes I'm this, oh my god, we're going to a party, and sometimes I'm just like, oh, meditating in the forest. You know what I mean? It's like I'm so it's so hard for me
It's so
to
black and white, right?
yes, it's so hard for me to sometimes find the right places where I feel right because
Mm-hmm.
I like so much and I love every single site, so I'm neutral.
Neutral? Okay.
Mhm.
It's really interesting. You know at first glance how somebody is feeling.
Yes.
Agree?
I wouldn't say
Strongly
strongly agree, because I would say agree, because
Okay.
yeah, I would say agree.
Scorpio empath, back at it again. Let's go. 90%, we're almost done. You often feel overwhelmed.
With my feelings, yes, very often, because I am feeling everything, even in movies. Like, I am in the movie then,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel what they feel, like what the producer wants you to show or wants you to feel, like what they feel. I feel that
Mm-hmm.
so often. If I'm very hooked, I feel everything, and I just So you often I strongly agree.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You complete things methodically without skipping over any steps.
Can you give me an example?
Let's say, I don't know, when you park the car, right? You know
Mm-hmm.
exactly, like, you should do first the shoulder mirror, shoulder blade, look, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, then you should do, so, I don't know, or like the way you are supposed to, I don't know, do your taxes or something, or I don't know what, not, it's a bad example. I don't know, what's a good example to do stuff exactly by the book? Let's
I'm
say,
not doing. Nah, I'm not doing.
It's more like just doing stuff by the book, like the way you're supposed to do it, you know? Kind of.
I
I don't know how to
disagree.
explain it. Disagree?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're very intrigued.
Intrigued.
Oh my god, I
Intrigued.
can't. Intrigued. Yeah, sorry. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
intrigued.
Oh, we both have potato brains today. Sorry. You're very intrigued by things labeled as controversial.
Which means that
You like it. You're drawn to it. You're drawn to controversial stuff, is what
we
it
are
says.
drawn to controversial stuff, right?
What do you mean
Or
we? Us too?
are we? Am I?
Or you? Or society? What do you mean we?
Us. Are we? Am I? I am. You're very intrigued by things labeled as controversial. I would say I agree, because I'm interested in
No,
these things. I agree.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought somebody else needed it more.
Yes,
Oh,
definitely. I would.
okay, okay. So you agree, or you strongly just
You would pass along a good opportunity if you thought someone else needed it more. I agree. Do I strongly agree? I'm so confused. This is making me so confused. You would
Stef is
pass
having a
along.
mental breakdown.
It's like I always have to, like, the thing is, then I think of, for example, if it was Max, and if Max needed it more than me, then of course,
Like,
if my friend,
obviously, don't think about your boyfriend.
I
Let's say
know it's so
Let's say
hard.
it's a group of people. We're a group of like 5 people or something like that, and Lugitech would be like, "Hey, I want to sponsor you for a year," and then you have your friend, I don't know, Troka next to you, and you know that he needs it more. Would you be like, "Hey, Lugitech, you know what?
Yes,
I appreciate it, but take him, not me."
I would mention
Really?
in that. I would, for example, if I'm at the cashier, right, like
Yeah.
in the, what's it called, in the Schlangen, oder?
Yeah, but you can't. You can't. That's
What?
not a
In a
good
good,
opportunity.
oh, never mind. Sorry,
Like,
I was just
no.
thinking
It's
of
not. No.
basic shit.
No. That's not an opportunity. Like, you are in the row and you're the next one. That's not an opportunity. It's more like, hey, you can have a good apartment, and you're like, oh yeah, you know what? I would like to have that apartment, but I know my other friend pays way too much for hers, and I'm technically comfortable in my apartment, so I'd rather give the chance to take this apartment to my friend than I would take it.
Yep, I agree.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then, ooh, spicy. You struggle with deadlines.
No, because deadlines are the reason for me to get
You
stuff
work
done.
good, right? Yeah, just want to say.
So no, I disagree.
Okay. I think this is the last one before we get the results.
Yeah.
You feel confident that things will work out for you.
Yes, even though I have a lot of mental breakdowns because I doubt things as much as everyone else on this planet, and then I cry for like half an hour, and then I'm like, but Steffi, things will work out anyways for me. So very, very, very extremely strongly agree.
Okay, perfect. And we're coming to the results. Let's see if you get you get the same one as last time. Let me
Did
just
I?
see. Yeah, you got the same one as last time again. Oh, you got like you got a little bit more extreme compared to to your last test you did. But it's really interesting actually. It's almost the same. Almost the same. I just compare with because Steffi already did the test like a year ago. So Steffi's personality test. She is a campaigner. That's the name. The short version of it, if you wanna Google it yourself, it is a ENFPA type of person. If you're listening just to that, there's like now a chart where you can see it comes to there are different traits. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different traits, and each trait has 2 sides, right? So you have the mind. This trait determines how we interact with our environment. So you're either an extrovert or an introvert, right? So according to this test, Steffi is 67% an extrovert. So really, really extreme. Really, really extreme, not really, but like overwhelmingly
above average,
extroverted, above average. Then energy. This trait shows where you direct your mental energy. So here you can choose between intuitive and observant. And not a surprise for me, Steffi is a really intuitive person. 72%.
That's a lot actually.
Yeah, that is very, very, very much. Really? Yeah. But honestly, like that's the way you are. So I'm not surprised at all by that. Then the next one is nature. This trait determines how we make decisions and cope with emotions. So here, the 2 ends are thinking and feeling. And here, Steffi is again very, very overwhelmingly feeling. 74% also. Not really surprising for me.
Nah, neither.
Yeah. And then the next one is tactics. This trait reflects our approach to work, planning, and decision making. Here, the 2 ends of the sides are judging and prospecting. And Steffi is 58% prospecting. Then the last one is identity. This trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are in our abilities and decisions. So the 2 ends are assertive and turbulent. And Steffi is 72% assertive. Also,
how can you? Yeah. I'm sorry, but can you explain assertive to me?
Assertive? I can, if you want, I can.
Let me look up because I need the German word for it.
Of course.
Understand. Durchsetzungsfähig. Yes, of course. I want something, I'll get it. Trust me. Okay, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Then
understood.
Understood. So now, if you want, we can read a little bit what. So this website is really, really good. It gives you an in-depth explanation about your personality type. There's different categories. There's the introduction about general, right? What it is about, what's your strength, what's your weakness, romantic relationships, friendships, partnerhood, career path, workplace habits, and the conclusion. So let's see which ones. We're almost an hour in already. So maybe let's just read the introduction and then we just take like a little spicy bits here and there about what it says about your personality. You have it open as well, Steffi, right?
I'll just copy paste that because we can also just link it then if people are more interested in that, like certain
the personality test. Exactly. So what you're gonna see is if you're listening or watching this on YouTube, in our info section there's gonna be the link directly to Steffi's personality test results. So if you want to read anything in detail, want to know how Steffi is in a romantic relationship or what her ideal career path would be, then you can do this. So should we go into the introduction of her personalities? Let's go. Campaigners are true free spirits. Okay, this cannot be more accurate. Sorry, but this is like, if I would have to explain Steffi to anybody, I would say she's a freaking creative free spirit. Okay, let's go on.
Can you please, because I feel like I really like the quote here.
Oh, sorry, there's a quote as well that comes with it. Let me read it out. Or do you want to read the quote, Steffi?
I can read it. Yeah, sure. It doesn't interest me what you do for a living. I want to know what you ache for, and if you dare to dream of meeting your heart's longing. And this is so like perfect for me, and I feel like it's so perfect because I do not care what you do for a living, how much money you make, or how less, or where you live, or whatever it is. I just want to get to know you, and I really, really, really like this quote that I just wanted to point.
It's awesome. That's awesome. It's really fitting, actually. Okay, so campaigners are true free spirits, outgoing, open-hearted, and open-minded. With their lively, upbeat approach to life, they stand out in any crowd. But even though they can be the life of the party, campaigners don't just care about having a good time. Those personality types who run deep, as does their longing. Oh my god.
That was a fucking Ferrari outside.
It sounded more like a motorcycle or something. Okay, Steffi's boy toy just drove away with his Ferrari. Sorry guys. These personality types run deep. Oh my god. I need to write down the time. This is perfect.
When was it?
I
write it down?
Yeah, I have it. Okay. Those personality types run deep, as does their longing for meaningful, emotional connections with other people. And I think this one is really beautiful and explains a lot about Steffi. There's obviously a little bit more about the introduction, but again, if you want to read into it, you can do it. I think we're gonna go further and read about your strength and your weaknesses, and maybe Steffi. I'm gonna read them out, and then Steffi, maybe you can say if you agree with those and if you don't. Okay. So let's see. I'm just gonna read out like the pinpoints. I'm not gonna go into depth. So let's see. Your strengths are you're curious, you're perceptive, you're enthusiastic. Sorry, I can't read. The dyslexia is coming through. Excellent communicators, festive, and good-natured. So just from my point of view, those are all like hitting home for you.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Same.
Awesome. Let's see. Weaknesses. Let's see. What is
I do
Steffi's
not have
weakness?
some. What do you
Yeah, what do you mean? She's a Scorpio. She obviously doesn't have any weaknesses. So first of all, people pleaser. Unfocused, disorganized, overly accommodating, overly optimistic, and restless.
Yeah.
You wanna say anything to any of those weaknesses?
Unfocused is the threat. Let me just briefly, like, especially one of the. No, that's actually like all of them.
All of them.
I am sometimes, even though if you don't think that of me, but when it comes, like, I'm a people pleaser. It depends on the people, but I can be, and that's what my mom also said. Like, it's very weird because I'm always like, yo, fuck this. Like, I don't care what you think about me, and I do not. But when it comes to, for example, my job or even my mom, I'm a people pleaser sometimes, and it got better because I finally like learned how to like approach these certain situations where I am pleasing or trying to please people more, just for the side, like for the peace, right? Not for anything else, but because you cannot be asked to have like this discussion or whatever anymore. So I am kind of a people pleaser sometimes. Disorganized, yeah, quite a lot, but that changed a little bit
You're
gladly, and
working
I'm
on it.
very
Hey,
happy about.
hey,
Mm-hmm.
you're working on stuff, so that's also very, very
Mm-hmm.
good, right?
Yeah. Overly accommodating. Whenever anyone, yes, I can barely say no if someone
Accommodating
needs
is
me.
more like you're trying to make other people feel good, right?
It's like
Like you try to,
may
it's
find
like
themselves
people
saying yes
pleasing
when,
almost. Yeah,
oh,
exactly. Yeah.
anyone asks them for guidance or help. Yeah. The overly optimistic, I'm very optimistic and I'm very restless. Like I literally only relax because I get sick. Because my
Mm.
body, like I know exactly I cannot just take time for myself that often. Like even away from my PC, just time for yourself.
Mm.
Other than when I go to bed and try like to process everything and meditate. So um I'm restless, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is I would need to read a bit into these to understand them more, like to
Yeah,
into the
obviously, like
different.
also
But
since the words are like kind of really, really specific. But yeah,
yeah,
I think we should just
yeah,
like dip a
jump.
little bit into the other
Mm-hmm.
ones. So let's say, see, romantic relationships. I'm just gonna read out like the first little phrase, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's see, romantic relationships for Steffi's personality type. It's hard to overstate just how much campaigners care about love. This is a passionate, warm, open-hearted personality type, one that brims with hopes and dreams, ideas and experiences. A campaigner brings every ounce of his vibrant energy to the
Yeah.
romantic relationships.
Yay.
Very, very beautiful. Let's talk about friendship. As friends, campaigners are cheerful and supportive. They're nearly always up for a little light-hearted banter or a deep, heartfelt, emotional discussion about anything and everything. Listen, this is crazy. That is like the freaking lid on the pot. Like this is, I don't know. This is perfect. This is like describes you so well. It's very, very good. Oh, parenthood. Okay, that's interesting. Let me read that.
Yeah, go for it.
You're interested in that? Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Okay. So, for campaigners, one of the great joys of parenthood is sharing their sense of wonder and inspiration with the children.
That's the only reason why I want to have children. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, that's what I say always to Steffi. Like I know, like for Steffi, she's like, she at least from what I know, right? Like I think you're not really sure. Like you maybe want some, you maybe not, but you're not like set on it yet, right? So for me, I'm like Steffi. Like I even dreamt about it. I told her like Steffi, you need to bring children into his life because I know if you ever have a child, that child is gonna be raised in such a good way. Like you gotta raise the best children. Like I'm not even. They're gonna be open minded and friendly and like non-judgmental. Judgmental. I don't know how to say it, but yeah. Like so for me, Steffi. Oh, I already said like.
I hope I will that
for sure
kind of mom. I will be that kind of mom because that's what I want to. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And then few things feel more rewarding to a campaigner parent than seeing their child light up with curiosity about the world around them. Very, very beautiful. Career path. Okay, let's see. Maybe I could fly helicopters and be an oceanographer who writes songs and cooks. Campaigners are known for having a wealth of ideas, interests, and hobbies, to the extent that they may struggle to fit everything that they care about into their lives.
Yep. I have like 5 businesses. It's tough.
Oh, it's amazing. Okay, let's see. Workplace habits. Okay, let's see what that says. With their warmth and open-mindedness, campaigners often find ways to make their workplaces more creative, inspiring, and caring. No matter where they may be in a career ladder, whether they're a brand new hire or a CEO, campaigners feel happiest when they have the time and freedom to explore new ideas. And if they can explore those ideas alongside other people who share their excitement, well, that's even better.
Yep.
It's,
I agree.
Again, like I'm working with Stefie a lot, so can only agree. Conclusion. Let's see. Few personality types are as creative and as charismatic as campaigners. Known as their idealism and enthusiasm, these personalities excel at dealing with unexpected challenges and brighten the lives of others around them. 100%. Like, I cannot agree more with this.
It's crazy. I was not afraid, but I was worried that it gotta be different. But then at the same time, like I didn't like I didn't change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's cool to see that when you compare the percentages, like the feeling got a bit different.
Yeah.
Like
so
because
the
that was
intuitive
pretty.
part, right?
Yeah, that got a bit less.
More. You got more intuitive, no? Yeah.
I was 94%, or
No.
I mean
That's
the
me.
nature,
That's
the green
me.
one.
That's
Oh.
me. That's mine. You look at mine.
Oh, never mind. I look at yours.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my
look at
dear,
mine.
guys, I'm dumb.
Yeah,
Never
yeah,
mind.
yeah.
No, then it's almost the same.
Yeah, just the intuitive. Like, you got way more intuitive within the
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
The rest is almost the same.
That's
The rest is
crazy
almost
though.
the same, yeah.
Yeah, I got more intuitive. Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
that's it. That's a good thing. So almost the same. The only thing that I didn't find, Steffi, where do you find the types, you know? Do you have that still somewhere? Like, you know, the celebrities that also have the same type. Do you remember where to find that?
That was, I found it on my account.
On your
but
profile.
usually it should
Maybe
be-
you can check it out, because there's another cool thing. If you do the test, you get it also via email, and there's like a page that shows you, for example, which other celebrities have the same personality type as you. And if I remember correctly, who is it? Like the character Phil Dunphy, right? As apparently
It was it was Phil, it was Robert Downey Jr., it was Willy Wonka, which is super nice. I love Willy Wonka. Then I'm trying to find the quote, but it doesn't matter. There was quite a lot of who else? Quentin Tarantino.
Oh,
was there as well?
True. I mean, that I think we have a lot of examples already. So I think that is so interesting. Like, obviously, you know yourself, what your personality is, right? And your feeling, but having that all like written down and put into proper words, and then like reflecting and actually like seeing, oh yeah, all of those things are like true. It's really, really cool. And it also shows you like which personality types like fit well together. And I think, if I remember, when we first did the test, we saw that our two personality types go very, very well together, right? Like, it was like one of the highest matches when it comes to friendship and even also work, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I think it was something like that. So obviously we made like a new profile. We made like a completely empty one, just to be able to make the test again. And yeah, I hope it was a little bit of a creative idea that Steffi had. Like, I really, really liked it. Was Steffi's idea that we do this on the podcast, and I thought it was so cool. So I hope they liked it. I think
yeah, and I hope it was fine. Like, how, like, Julia, you did that great. Thank you for guiding me through the test and everything. I hope it's also understandable. Like, you can follow us on Spotify, because I'm just talking, so like I'm reading out loud so often when I think. Like, I hope that didn't confuse you too much.
It was completely fine. It was completely fine. I think it's obviously a little bit easier if you watch this episode on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I think just from like trying to listen, I think it was fine. Like, obviously you guys let us know if this was okay for you, if it was not. We would plan that the next episode, or maybe we squeeze another one in between, that we do the same if you liked it with my personality, so you can get to know me and how I feel and how I work.
I want to know.
I operate. I'm
Yes.
actually really interested if my personality type is still the same, because
Yeah.
as I said, like I've been through so much change throughout the last 2 years
Yeah.
that I checked. I did it exactly a year ago. I did it in February
Really?
2021. Yeah, I did it exactly.
So I
a year
did
ago.
as well because
Yeah,
we
you
sent
did as
each
well.
other the. Yeah,
I just
that's
checked
cool.
the email. It was exactly
That's
a year ago.
cool.
So I'm gonna see. Like I think I'm not 100% sure, but I think I was pretty far in my development already last year. But I also did a lot of work within the last 12 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm really interested how it's gonna change. So we're gonna find that out next week in the episode, probably. And after that, we're gonna try to bring on a guest for you, I think, in the episode after that. So that should be episode 8, right? Yeah, so 7 is gonna
We're
be
on
my
6,
personality.
7. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And then the 8th one, we hopefully gonna have a guest for you. So again, if you want to see somebody specific, let us know on any of our socials. And yeah, we hope you have a beautiful start in your week if you're listening to this on the Monday when it releases. If you listen to it later, we hope you had a great week. Maybe you have a great weekend right now. And we love you all. Stef, you want to say anything?
I love you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being part of this whole cool like project podcast we have here. Julia and I have here. I hope you enjoyed it. I can be very confusing sometimes, but
It was fine. Don't be too hard on yourself. It was perfect. I liked it.
Also, let me know if someone's the same type, guys. If you do the test
Oh
as
yeah,
well,
true. Let
if
us
you
know
do the
your
test
types.
as well, I would love. Yeah, we would love to like see which kind of types you are, and you can just like either step it or throw your link in the comments. Then that would be super cool. I want to know.
So we can see like which also like if you do a little bit of research, like which personality types fit great together in friendships with others. So if you find out that your personality matches up perfectly with Stefie, let us know. If it comes out that you and Stefie would not get along at all, also let us know that. And if there's anything you were surprised about Steffi's answers, let us also know about that, because that would be something that I would like to know, you know? Did you have already a picture of Stefie in your head that like matched with her answers? Was there anything that surprised you? And yeah, we're gonna see you again next week. Thank you again for listening and watching. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.
Peace out.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Derps and Burps podcast.
If you enjoyed it, make sure to follow us on Spotify, YouTube, Twitter, or Instagram at derps'n'burps. See you online.